The ingredients inside many respiratory formulas may seem random at first glance. A plant here, an extract there, maybe a mushroom you've never heard of before. But the process behind selecting these ingredients is often far more deliberate than most people realize. People tend to assume that if an ingredient is natural, it automatically belongs in a lung support formula. But that's not how respiratory formulations are typically designed. Researchers and manufacturers often look for ingredients that support specific functions involved in healthy breathing rather than simply combining popular herbs together. And that's important because breathing isn't controlled by just one process. When people experience occasional chest heaviness, congestion, or seasonal respiratory discomfort, they often focus on the symptoms they can feel. But beneath the surface, several systems are constantly working together. Airway clearance helps remove mucus. Inflammatory responses influence bronchial comfort. Circulation helps oxygen move efficiently through the lungs. Histamine balance affects how the body responds to seasonal triggers. And lung tissue itself depends on ongoing support to maintain vitality over time. Because these mechanisms are interconnected, many respiratory formulas are built around ingredients that may support different parts of the system simultaneously. Think of it like maintaining a house. If the plumbing, electrical system, insulation, and ventilation all matter, fixing just one area while ignoring the others may not solve the underlying problem. Respiratory health works in a similar way. This is why certain plant compounds appear repeatedly in modern respiratory formulas. Mullein, for example, has been traditionally associated with supporting natural mucus clearance and soothing the respiratory tract. Its role is often connected to maintaining comfortable airflow and supporting the body's own clearing mechanisms. Bromelain, an enzyme derived from pineapple, has attracted attention because of its relationship with balanced inflammatory responses. Since inflammation can influence bronchial comfort, ingredients like bromelain are frequently included to support this aspect of respiratory wellness. Then there is Maritime Pine Bark, known for its antioxidant properties. Researchers have explored its potential role in supporting healthy circulation, which is essential for efficient oxygen delivery throughout the lungs. Another ingredient that has gained increasing attention is tiger milk mushroom. Interest in this mushroom has grown because of its association with long-term respiratory vitality and overall lung support. Quercetin is also commonly selected for respiratory formulas because it has been studied for supporting healthy histamine responses during seasonal changes. Since environmental triggers affect many people's breathing comfort, maintaining balance in this area becomes an important consideration. Stinging nettle is another plant often included because of its relationship with maintaining clear upper respiratory passages and supporting normal respiratory function. But the real question isn't why these specific ingredients are popular. The real issue isn't choosing the most famous herb. It's understanding which biological processes each ingredient is intended to support. That's the difference between looking at a label and understanding the design behind the formula. Many people spend years searching for a single, miracle ingredient. But respiratory health rarely depends on one compound alone. Instead, formulators often combine ingredients because they target different mechanisms involved in breathing comfort. That doesn't mean every formula is identical. Different products prioritize different pathways. Some focus heavily on inflammation. Others emphasize mucus clearance. Some are designed around antioxidant support or histamine balance. Understanding these categories provides a more realistic perspective and helps explain why ingredient selection is usually based on function rather than popularity. From a broader point of view, plant-based respiratory formulas reflect an effort to support the body's existing systems rather than replace them. The goal is not to force the lungs to work differently, but to provide support for the processes that are already taking place every second. Practically speaking, learning about ingredients can help people make more informed decisions. Instead of asking, which herb is the strongest, a better question may be, what role is this ingredient intended to play? That shift in perspective often creates far more clarity than chasing trends or searching for miracle solutions. Because sometimes understanding why an ingredient was chosen is more important than simply knowing its name. If you'd like a structured breakdown of these respiratory mechanisms and the ingredients commonly associated with them, you'll find a practical guide in the description below. And if you enjoy educational videos that focus on understanding health rather than hype, consider subscribing. Because better decisions often begin with better understanding.